Hello everyone and welcome back to the Wizarding Vault, the safest place in the Wizarding world. Today I will be showing you guys what's in the cabinets behind me during all of my filming. So I'll be bringing the background to the foreground. So I've attempted to create some sort of order to the shelves, but as you can see, I'm actually quite limited on the actual amount of shelf space that I have. So some of the shelves will seem quite packed, which is why I wanted to take this time to make this video, to show you guys some of the items that you might have actually missed during the videos that you can't usually see in the background of the shelves. So I'm going to work my way through each shelf one by one, showing you guys the individual items that are in each shelf. So we're going to start up in the top left corner. So the first shelf I've tried to make as my Hogwarts themed shelf. So this has my trunk from the Platform 9 3/4 shop, which I absolutely love, and I really want to use it when I go up to Scotland later on this year. This is also where I store my Hogwarts tie when I'm not using it for cosplay, as well as my Slytherin hook, which is usually used to hang up my stocking during Christmas, but the rest of the year is on top of this shelf. On top of the trunk is the sorting hat, which I brought on my most recent trip to the studio tours, which I've had to pin upright, otherwise the hat just flops over into a heap. Also on the shelf I have my Hogwarts Express ticket, which is actually a Christmas tree ornament I've brought from the studio tour on the Platform 9 3/4. Next to this is a box of Bertie Bott's Every Flavour beans, so it made sense to have this all as like a Hogwarts themed shelf. Moving along to more of the bookshelf, as this is where I've displayed a majority of the Mina Lima journals. However, it's also home to my Hogwarts letter, which hardly ever sees the light of day. So this is just behind all of the books, and I got this from the Platform 9 3/4 shop at King's Cross Station. Now this comes when you buy the Hogwarts trunk from the Platform 9 3/4 shop, so you get both of them together. So I decided to frame this and keep up on the shelf. However, I do want to get this up on the wall, but I don't have any wall space around this area at the moment, so I'm just waiting to free up some space before I hang it up. This is also where I've kept the crystal cup as just temporary storage because I haven't got enough of the Horcrux themed items to be able to put this all together into one shelf. So on the top shelf of this cabinet, well, it's a bit of a mess. It contains basically everything that doesn't fit into a theme. So starting at the back is the Weasley Wizarding Wheezes box that I made when I went to the Celebration of Costume event at the studio tours in London. I was really impressed with how this actually turned out and how accurate I managed to get the writing. So all of the details I had done myself and made it from scratch. I've kind of put it together in with the little red string. It's not really anything special. I'm still looking into getting some ribbon just to kind of tie it all together. So on top of the box I have attached the Inquisitorial Squad badge, which I've bought recently as well at the studio tours. Now I've made a whole separate video which I've reviewed the items such as the Inquisitorial badge and the Head Boy badge in a second video, which I will be linking into the description below. Inside I've also put my Head Boy badge, which I pair together with the Inquisitorial Squad badge. Now I usually wear these when I'm doing cosplay, so I will wear either one or the other because they go well with the Slytherin robes. Next up you have McGonagall's wand, which when I'm not filming videos is usually kept in the cupboard. Otherwise I usually have this one out as it's one of my favourite wands to use. I especially love the little crystal at the bottom of the handle and the way you can delicately hold it just at the very end, and it's actually quite a long wand. Here I also have the certificate for my Mina Lima print. So the Mina Lima print is on the wall, which I'll be getting to in a minute, However, the certificate that comes with it when you get a premium print just details what number print you've got, and also is sealed with a gold foiled badge just to show that it is a original certificate. So nearer the front, but is usually hidden behind quite a lot of other items, is 2 collectible postage stamps which has both Harry and Hermione on from the Order of the Phoenix, which someone kindly gave to me quite a few years ago because they knew that I loved Harry Potter. Okay, so we now move a bit more towards the front of the shelf. So here is the Deluminator, which I reviewed very quickly in one of my latest videos. I was really impressed with the fact that it does actually have a light inside. However, it is a bit annoying that you can sort of see the cables if you are getting up close to the Deluminator with the camera. And lastly is the Slytherin locket from the Noble Collections. So this is probably one of the most expensive things that I've personally brought from Noble Collections, but is actually one of my favourite items as well. I love the little display case that it comes in and the way it's mirrored around the back of the case. It also comes out of the case and it has a chain which is hidden actually behind the mirror, so you can wear this, and the locket does actually open so you can hide little pictures inside as well and wear it as a proper locket. Moving on down, we come to my Fantastic Beasts shelf. So this has the Newt's Briefcase Lego set, as well as a copy of the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them textbook, again from Mina Lima. This is actually one of their journals, so it doesn't actually have any text inside, it just has your standard lined piece of paper. I do, however, have a copy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but I'd rather have the Mina Lima designed journal instead. Now, just in front, because I know the Nifflers will take good care of it, is my set of Gringotts coins from Noble Collections. So this I didn't really know where else to put, so I thought I'd just keep it alongside the Fantastic Beasts items. Below this is my Dark Arts case, which has a little bit of everything in. So it contains the Death Eater mask, which I made for Halloween. This was made out of Warbler, which I just covered in silver spray paint and lined with dark black spray paint. I then covered the inside with felt just to make it a bit softer when wearing. However, it does get very warm and stuffy when you do wear it. Next up is the cauldrons that I brought from the studio tour when I had been looking for something just to kind of decorate the shelves with, just to create a dark art / potion themed shelf. And actually they've turned out really nicely to just keep, and it's all kind of like black and dark themed. Also on the shelf is my personalised Dark Arts journal from the studio tours back in October when they were doing the Dark Arts month, complete with a green quill to go very nicely with it. And behind that is a Skelly Grow bottle, which I was fortunate to find in Mankind back when I was kind of doing a bit of Christmas shopping, as well as the tickets that I received from the Wizarding World Gold Christmas party back in December, which I was fortunate enough to attend and did a vlog about, which I will link the video in the description below. I also have the case in which the Keys and Curios journal arrived in, complete with the Flying Key badge, which is still stuck onto the front because it's magnetic and I'm absolutely paranoid that if I wear it, I will lose it. Next up, we move into the middle section, which contains the drinks trolley, which I will be using to make my potion themed cocktails in some later videos, hopefully this year. So on top of the drinks cabinet is where I keep my page to screen book, because it just makes a very nice tabletop book, and again I've reviewed this in one of my earlier videos. Moving along, we also have the Slughorn Hourglass, which was something that I got for Christmas this year. Also coupled with some of the Mina Lima cards that you can buy from the shop with the holographic fronts. And above the drinks trolley, we have the premium print, which I mentioned earlier, of Diagon Alley, which is a Mina Lima print. So this details the entire street of Diagon Alley as seen in The Prisoner of Azkaban. However, I've looked back through the film and it's actually very hard to spot because it's hidden away in one of the corners of the Leaky Cauldron. Also, just to the left of the drinks trolley is Lucius Malfoy's cane, which I was fortunate enough to get this Christmas. Again, the link to the review video for this item is in the description below. So because I share the cabinet with my partner, some of these items are his, so I'm not going to go through all of them. They're usually on the kind of bottom shelves. However, this one has a particular spot in the shelf, which is the Daft Punk replica helmet, which he's made to have a custom light up display front. Underneath this we have the shelf which has inadvertently been themed after Hermione. This is also where I keep all of the tickets that I have from my visits to the studio tours. I've only been a few times so far, but all of the times that I've been have been special events, so I've kept the tickets to remind me of each of the events that I've been to. Behind the tickets is Hermione's wand, which was actually the very first wand that I got, and it came in the Ollivander's wand case, so I've tried to keep the kind of ribbon and show it off as best as I can. Behind this is the Tales of Beedle the Bard, complete with Hermione's Time Turner, which I got again this Christmas. And next to this is another journal. However, this isn't to do with Harry Potter, as it's actually a Halo journal, which I bought with the special edition version of Halo Reach. I just think it just works so perfectly with the rest of the stuff on the shelf that I've just kept it there, and it's just got some nice kind of diagrams in, which I'm looking to kind of replicate in another journal that I've got, to create a field journal version of the Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Phew! Okay, so we made it to the end. Now, this isn't all of the items that I have. Some are actually contained on my very overpacked bookshelf over there, but thank you for sticking around until the very end. Let me know if there's any of the items that I've shown you in your own collections. So, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to click the subscribe button up here, and if you want to watch the latest video, click here. So, until the next one, I will see you later.